Hello, this is another episode of Game On Sports Podcast. We're going to be talking about the Knicks' big win over the Grizzlies. The marquee matchup was Jacob Gilyard from the Grizzlies versus Jalen Brunson. Now, the numbers didn't really compare well since Brunson averages way more points than him, but the Grizzlies did not have that many of their good players. They were missing Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. The Knicks were missing OG Anunoby and Randall, which made it a little bit easier on the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies lineup was Conchar, Sandy Aldama, Jacob Gilyard, Vince Williams, Jamison, and The Knicks lineup was Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, and Precious Achiuwa. The Knicks were on fire for the first 4 minutes. We were blocking shots, and we were getting a lot of buckets at the other end of the floor. At a timeout, it was 12-2 with the Knicks winning. It wasn't even that close. The Knicks were trading 2s for 3s, though, when they came out of the timeout, because when we would hit a layup, they would hit a 3. So they were coming back slightly, but Achiuwa and Brunson started playing really well in the first quarter, and at the end, they started hitting a lot of shots, and Brunson hit a fadeaway mid-range shot at the buzzer, and it went in, 33-24 at the end of the first quarter. Very, very good for the Knicks. The Knicks started the second quarter really well. They were swishing threes and dishing well. We were ahead by so much that we even gave our starters such a big rest. And our bench players were still playing really well. The Knicks started to destroy the Grizzlies. We were bullying them inside the paint and stealing the ball from them every possession. The Grizzlies took many timeouts to try and talk it over, but after every timeout, they still were getting beat. On every fast break, there was some kind of electric play. There was one alley-oop to Precious Achiuwa that made the whole garden go wild. That was awesome. The Grizzlies, and at halftime, it was 70-46 with the Knicks winning. Not that close. The Grizzlies came out strong, though, in the third. It went from a 70-46 lead to a 70-60 lead. They were closing in. But then the Knicks went off. It was DiVincenzo, Brunson, and even Precious Achiuwa. They were all doing really well. At the end of the third quarter, it was 97-74 with the Knicks leading. It was not even close. The Knicks were shooting well in the fourth quarter, and it was a 103-83 lead. But with 6 minutes to go, the Grizzlies started out a huge comeback. With 6 minutes to go, it was only a 9-point game with the Knicks winning. It was crazy. Then Brunson got hurt, which was not good for us, since then we had our star player not in the game anymore. But then DiVincenzo really came up clutch for us. He was scoring buckets all over the place. With 4 minutes to go, it was still a 9-point lead, and then the Knicks sealed it with a few threes, and DiVincenzo had 32 points in the end. And that was really it. And I even made it on the big screen during a TV timeout. It was awesome. So that's it for another one of our Game On Sports podcast. Make sure to look at the other videos on the LMS website.